Hey, everyone out there on the internet, YouTube, Facebook, all the other platforms we're on. Thank you very much. Give us a big thumbs up. Like, love, share. And I'll ask Lindsay to drop the link. All right, I'm ready. Ready? Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Robert with world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate, and this is the Texas Real Estate Mastermind Hour. Hey, thanks for joining us. So it is in my house at the time of this recording. I am 3 days away from officially the holiday season. That's a big thing for us. I am not allowed to break out Christmas decorations, holiday decorations, until the last bit of stuffing and turkey has been consumed. So that is usually the Friday afterwards we start breaking stuff out, and by Saturday afternoon our house is all decked out. And it's my favorite season. And so one of the things that we're going to do this year, like we did last year, is we're bringing back the Jingle Mingle. Now, we don't do a lot of networking events at our building here at the Texas Real Estate Investment Center, 5295 Hollister, 77040. But this is a big one we do every year. So this is the Jingle Mingle. I think admission's like $5. We're going to give it to the nonprofit that I adopted my dog from this year, get them some money. And, there's going to be a whole bunch of vendors here and a whole bunch of folks that are celebrating the holidays. There is a sexy elf who's coming. There is carolers, that's the way to pronounce it, carolers, coming. They walk around our building and they sing. And then at the end of the night, we have a big raffle and everyone sings holiday songs. So we have some fun. But it is a good time of year, and it's a really, really good time to network. People are going to have, talk about their good year, their bad year, and their plans for moving forward. And we do that here at our building on the Jingle Mingle. So that's going to be Thursday night, December 1st. I don't know, starting around 6:30. There's going to be, again, we'll have a raffle. I think we're giving away a tie, a pair of socks, and a big TV. So classic holiday gifts. They'll be here. Come around, support our charities, help us out, and then network. Absolutely come to our building and do some networking with folks that are in our mastermind. Again, we got about 80 folks in our mastermind. Most of those guys will come. We're doing lots and lots of events that we have been doing, so we're going to invite a whole bunch of people. We'll max out around 150 to 200 people. So it should be pretty packed here. There should be a lot of food, a lot of cakes and cookies and candies, and there should be some spirits and libations here as well. So we definitely want you to come on out to the Jingle Mingle. That is Thursday, December 1st. Let's call it 6-ish here at the Texas Real Estate Investment Center. So make sure you put it on your calendar. If you are in the industry, if you're a real estate servicing company one way or another, lenders, brokerages, inspectors, insurance companies, construction companies, landscapers, painters, air conditioning guys, come on out. You can buy a table and basically people will come and they'll sign your card and you can network with them. So we have a few more sponsor tables left and you can reach out to us. You can just email us at events@mrtxre.com, events@mrtxre.com. Again, so it is my absolute favorite time of year. It is a great time to network. Things are slowing down. We're getting into December. I think we have maybe like 20% of the events that we normally have. So we're really done with the event business in December by the 10th or so. And then after Christmas, but before January 1st, we do our big complete real estate investing. That's usually a really good turnout as well. So it's kind of in between the holidays when people are off. It's 2 days, not 3 this time. It's 2 days of packed real estate information so that you can start making some decisions and kick your 2023 off right. Anyway, that's the Jingle Mingle. I'm a big fan of the holidays. I can tell you, if you haven't watched it, HBO Max has got a Christmas Story Christmas. I think that's the title. Everyone knows Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. They did the sequel, and I'm a holiday junkie, so I immediately watched it as soon as it came out. And my wife and I are watching it, and we said, hey, what's the over-under that this is actually going to be good? And my wife said, I think there's a 40% chance this will be good. And I was like, it's HBO though. They're not cheap, so they can pay good writers. I said, I think I'm going to take the over. And it was a little tough in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then about halfway through, I was like, oh, I understand what this is. I won't give it away. There's a little twist at the end. But I was like, oh, I get it. And then I got all kinds of sentimental and nostalgic, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. And, of course, exactly what I thought was going to happen did happen, and then I got all, verklempt, if you're from New York City. I got all verklempt. I'm like, oh, this is so good. This is amazing. This is a really good. They pulled it off. And if you haven't seen it, like all the originals are in there. Ralphie is there, obviously. Randy is there. Scott Farkas is in there. The original Scott Farkas. Flick and Schwartz are there. All the guys that were in that original movie back then are there. And I don't think the mom was the same. Might have been, obviously, the mother and the father were kind of old at the point when that was filmed, so they may not have made it. But the woman who played the mom absolutely kicked it. She did great. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was good. And if you follow along, if you're in your 45 to 65 age group, then nostalgia is like super, super powerful, and people get nostalgic on all kinds of stuff, right? That's why they redid Star Wars and they redid all this stuff because you're what are they saying in the Field of Dreams? It's money they have and peace they want, right? So you're looking for a little bit of a piece of your childhood when things were better, right? When things were easier in your life, and so nostalgic is very, very powerful, and yeah, that movie worked. Super happy that worked. I'll probably watch that again and maybe multiple times because there were some nuances and things you probably go back and pick up. There was the BB gun was there. That was awesome. A whole bunch of little things were there. He looks like a deranged rabbit, right? The big pink rabbit pajamas that Ralphie has to wear. So all that stuff was in this one. Again, it's all nostalgic, and I'm a sucker for that stuff. I listen, we're marketers here. We understand, but I'm a sucker for it. I'm like, I am absolutely getting played. This is all pulling on my heartstrings from when I was a child, and here I am just eating it up. Hook, line, and sinker. Taking it all in. Yep. So, but, the holidays are special. So we want you to come on out to the Jingle Mingle, right? You can go to our webpage, mrtxre.com, mrtxre.com. Go to the event page. It is December 1st. It's a Thursday, 6-ish or so, 6:30. You show up 7:30. We'll still be here making merry. And it's a whopping $5, and it's all good for charity. So come on out, Jingle Mingle. We'll see you then. Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's Robert with the world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate. This is the Texas Real Estate Radio Mastermind. Oh, no. The Texas Real Estate Mastermind Hour. There you go. I'm gonna fumble that for some more. But that's okay. So hopefully you guys have got some great holiday traditions and you're looking forward to it. Yes, it's happening. Yes, it's coming. Don't be a humbug. Embrace it. This is great. Feel good. And it's been really cold lately, right? So, I'm a contractor, and I'm a third-generation contractor. And here is the curse of the contractor. We never finish our own homes. I can remember growing up, and my dad would work really, really hard. I remember we converted an attic when I was a little kid at my grandmother's house. We lived with my grandmother downstairs, my family upstairs, and then they converted the attic into bedrooms. And I can just remember for like the first 5 years of my life, there were no switch plates or outlet plates, right? There was the outlet, there was a switch, but there was just a big hole in the wall where it went because Dad just never got to it because Dad was too busy other stuff. And when he came home, he'd just get exhausted. If you ever come to my house, like sometimes we do brunches for the mastermind folks, you're welcome to come over. There is a huge patch in one of my ceilings and another patch in another part of the house that is just drywall. It's sealed up, but it's no texture and it's not painted. And it's been there 2 years now. 2 years. The bathtub drain, the one that comes out of the back of the bathtub, just shifted a little bit and was missing the main drain pipe. So there was just water leaking along the back of that pipe. 90% of it was going into the pipe, and 10% was going along the back, and it was just building up, and we're getting these little wet spots, water marks, on our ceiling. And I'm like, oh, where is this coming from? And we thought we had galvanized, but it was actually repiped. When they repipe it, a lot of times, guys, they leave the galvanized in there. So we didn't recognize that, but my house is actually PEX. Very happy about. So we opened up the ceilings, found out what it was, fixed it, closed it up, and then never textured or painted it. And there I am, same thing just like my dad. Like, it would be 2 days, and not even 2 days. Just come over, shoot the texture. You got to prep the house because we're living there, so you got to make sure it's not grimy after you shoot the texture and not texture everywhere. Shoot the texture, let it settle, come back the next day, paint it. Total maybe 6 hours for a two-man crew, and they're everywhere. But I never get to it. This year, so when I moved in with a fireplace, right? So my house has a fireplace. I'm up in Cypress and one of those developments, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's a really beautiful house, 3,200 square feet, pool, 3-car garage, cul-de-sac, absolutely wonderful. And it had a fireplace, and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be great if that fireplace worked? That would be so awesome. Have Christmas with a fireplace. I haven't had that since I lived in Montreal. So I signed a contract for my house back in the day when I bought it, I guess 4 years ago or so. And right in the contract, it says fireplace not covered. Like, they're not guaranteeing me that the fireplace is going to work. If there's any work that needs to be done on the fireplace, they're not paying for it. They're not giving me a credit. It's like fireplace is for decorative only, right? It's not operable. But I bought the house anyway, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to get this thing done. Well, one Christmas goes by, doesn't happen. Second Christmas goes by, doesn't happen. Third Christmas goes by, doesn't happen. The freeze comes. I'm really longing for my fireplace to work because we could have heated and slept in front of the fireplace with the freeze. That didn't happen. And finally this year I said, I'm going to just get this done. I'm going to get this done. And then I couldn't get it done. I had my plumber also does electric, so he does kind of both. And he's more of an electrician and licensed than he is a plumber, but he knows plumbing very well. So on Saturday, he said, it's raining, and I had to do exterior electric work, so I'm not going to be able to work today. I said, come to my house and plumb that gas line. And he did. So I am in line for the best Houston holiday season ever because I now have a fireplace that works. Flames not as high as I'd like it, so I'm going to have to do a little internet research on that. But Saturday night, it was on. It was warm. The bricks were heating up. The dog was like, what is going on, right? Just moving a little closer to it. Just what you want. I completely overpaid for it. I hired originally a fireplace guy to come in. He came in and, yeah, based on what I know as a contractor, yeah, I paid about 3 times cost. I don't like that. But I did it because I was like, I'm going to do it this year. I don't care. I'm going to get this thing done. All set up. They clean the chimney. They repair the cap. They get the fireplace set up. And, hey, I don't think you have a live gas line here. What? So then I got to figure out the gas line and get all that going. That was a nightmare. But we got it going. We're good. Gas is all good now. And we have it. But we're lining up for the holidays. So we want you to have a great holiday. We want you to have a great holiday season. We want you to come out to complete real estate investing after Christmas, but before January 1st. Get prepared for the new year, right? And if you're an active investor, there's still good deals out. Boy, I was looking at, we got a bunch of deals we're trying to close before the holidays. It's a good season. Most of the retail clients have just dissipated from the market. So anything out there that needs to be sold, you can do some good negotiating on. So we're all about that right now. We're super excited about it. So, December is a good month for us, but I just love the holidays. So we're going to do a thing called Jingle Mingle. We want you to come on out for Jingle Mingle. I'm told there's supposed to be a sexy elf to pose with. I don't know what that means. My guess is it's not what you think it is. We'll see. I don't know. And then we have carolers that will come around and they do, obviously, holiday songs. We have a big raffle at the end of the night. We all get into the room. We're going to raffle off a pair of socks. We're going to raffle off a tie. And we're going to raffle off a TV. And there'll be other gifts, like the sponsors that will come. They'll hey, here's a booze basket. Here's this. It'll be all great. So we've got that going on. It's a big night. We invite all of the industry to come, agents and brokers, and we invite you to sponsor it and come on out and just have a fun party for the holidays, and just grab a table and serve some food. So there'll be lots of food, lots of cakes, lots of candy, lots of cookies, and there'll be some spirits and libations here. So it should be a really, really good time. And we want you to come on out and have a blast. It is absolutely one of my favorite events we do in the year. It's called the Jingle Mingle. It's on December 1st. It's a Thursday night. It starts around 6-ish or so, a little bit earlier, a little bit later. And you guys come on out and you network your tail off, and we'll have some fun. And we'll have a little ugly sweater contest. We'll have all the things that we should be doing at a holiday party. And this is a holiday party for real estate professionals, for investors, folks that are coming in. So make sure you check it out. Go to mrtxre.com. That is our website. Go to the event page, and on the event page, you'll see the Jingle Mingle. I think it's $5 or $10. It's all going to go to charity. All the proceeds are going to go to charity. It's going to go to the pet adoption agency that I got my dog from, so we'll be doing that, getting them a nice little check. Love to see you there. All right, some holiday music, get you in the mood. There's a lot of ways to make money in real estate, and there's even more ways that people tell you how you can make money in real estate. But what it really comes down to is making wealth. And here's what our mastermind simply asks. If you're between the ages of 35 and 60, you've got to carve out 5 years. And we're asking you to stop and for 5 years to take some really acute focus. We are in the best market in the entire country to do this. This is generational wealth. But the first thing you have to do, listen to me, it's 10 houses. You got to go get them. Once you got them, then the world changes for you. Hey, welcome back. Oh, check, check, check. Check, check, check. Yep, check. That's coming back. We're good. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Robert with the world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate, and this is the Texas Real Estate Mastermind Hour. Look at that. Need that little jingle. Hopefully, Rick is playing some holiday music as you come back from the break, and you're going to hear this show several times in a row because we want you to all come out to the Jingle Mingle. We want you to share your experiences for the year. Come on out, make merry with us, have some fun. There's a raffle, there'll be food, there'll be some spirits, some beverages. Should be great. We had a lot of fun last year. I think we had almost 100 people last year. We are planning on 150 this year, so 150 guests. And it's fun. There's no pressure, lots of networking. Totally, just come on out. It's way early in the season. It's like December 1st, 6-ish, I don't know, 6:30 or so, 6 o'clock. Come on by and network and meet people. And we're going to have lots of vendors here that you can talk to for whatever you're looking for. So that should be a lot of fun. And again, it's my favorite season. They call me, as of the day after Thanksgiving, my new persona is Fezziwig. If you don't know who Fezziwig is, that is from A Christmas Carol, not the Christmas Story, Christmas Carol by Dickens, so make sure you check that out. He's the guy who throws the big party when Scrooge is a young intern, a young associate. So we throw a big party here. This is something we absolutely do. We're not running to the bar and just drinking. We're going to have some fun here. The office is decorated. In fact, if you're in the mastermind, the Saturday after Thanksgiving is the holiday decoration party. So the mastermind folks come around. We've got garland to put out, wreaths to put up, couple trees. I think I bought another tree last year at the end. We're just going to get it going. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we want to make sure that you guys get here, have a good time, and get into the holiday spirit. It's my favorite holiday. I have nothing but good memories. I have actually one really traumatic holiday memory. I'm not going to share that with you, but maybe some other time. But it was absolutely horrible. But I'll explain it to you some other time. But everything else from there has been good, right? So I'm trying to think back. I'm 55. Some of my favorite gifts that I got. So let's start when I was young. All right, 2 absolute favorite gifts I got under the age of 12 was the Evel Knievel motorcycle. And it had like a little handle thing, and you cranked it, and it had kinetic energy, and then it pushed the motorcycle around, and you jumped it, and I think I got the Evel Knievel van. So I'm wondering if any of you guys remember that. Text 281-401-9008. 281-401-9008 with your best holiday gift from when you were a kid, right? So one for me was absolutely Evel Knievel. The other one was Planet of the Apes. I was a huge Planet of the Apes fan when I was a kid. I even had like the really bad like walking horse. It was like so horrible, but I was so excited to have it. Loved that Evel Knievel and Planet of the Apes. Then I got all cool when I was a teenager, and I didn't have anything good. I think the best thing I got when I was a teenager, someone gave me like a Rolling Stones concert T-shirt from a real concert in Montreal or something like that, Toronto. And then, you get a little bit older, and then you become an adult, and now you're like, hey, I'm okay with getting good gifts. So let me think. So I'll just tell you this. I am a superior gift giver. I really love the holidays. So I put so much work into finding the right gift. And I have been with my wife in marriage, dating, knowing her for over 20 years now. And the first 10 years, I absolutely outperformed her with gifts. Like just rocked her world. And I don't think gift being, like, she didn't grow up with it being really important and all that stuff. Like books were big gifts for her because they love to read. I'm getting Planet of the Apes and she's getting, Play-Doh. You can tell the results of that. So I outdid it. I was absolutely good. And then we started getting a little even. I don't know if you guys have this with your spouse. Things started getting a little even around year 13. I'm like, you did really well. And then, there was year 16 or 17, she absolutely beat me. I'm like, whoa, this is much better than I got you. Uh-oh. Then I start feeling guilty, right? So now the game is on. She has, it took her about 16 years to lift her game, but she's brought it. And the gift giving now for her and I, and we set budgets. It's not crazy stuff. It's like, hey, don't go over $200 or $250. Like, okay. And she's done very, very well. Shocked how well she's done. She has absolutely come around on the gift giving expertise. But I'm wondering, what is your best gift? What is the gift that you got? You can go ahead, and we're on YouTube and Facebook and all. What's the best gift you got when you were a kid? Again, for me, I think it was the Evel Knievel and the Planet of the Apes. And when I got the whole tree house and a whole bunch of, I got a lot of Planet of the Apes. I remember playing with those forever. Those were great. And later on when I was in middle school and high school, I think we got Atari. I think I got Activision one year. That was fine. But I think going back, it was definitely the Evel Knievel and the Planet of the Apes. So I'm wondering, what was your best gift? Go ahead and just text me because I'm always curious. 281-401-9008. What is your best gift? It was a Easy Bake Oven. Was it the Barbie Dream House? What was the big one, right? Again, for me, Planet of the Apes and that Evel Knievel motorcycle, right? That was so much fun. And I would play with that all the time. And I remember I played in front of my house. And I remember my mother saying, don't play in front of the house. Can go in the street. I said, no. I played in front of the house. It did a jump. It hit a rock, went into the street, and on cue, a car came and crushed Evel Knievel. Heartbroken. I was like, oh, no. And then I had to lie to my mother because we don't ever want our mothers to be right. So I had to go around and hide that fact. And then someone lent me their Evel Knievel Skycopter. Remember that? It was the motorcycle and the Skycopter. She's like, well, I said, I traded it, Mom. But eventually she found out. Moms always do. But Evel Knievel. And then, because I'm degenerate when I'm a little kid, we would light, little fires with leaves. We'd get the leaves together, and we'd light a fire, and then we'd have Evel Knievel jump over the fire, right? And then, of course, Evel Knievel lands in the fire, and the fire spreads, and there's 5 kids running around trying to put out a fire. There was no school bus system in my world. There was no getting picked up and dropped off. We were completely on our own when we were children. And that Evel Knievel, again, was our best gift. So what is your best gift? 281-401-9008. Text me your best gift when you were a child. What was it? I'm very curious. Some guys, obviously rich kids, they were getting all kinds of crazy stuff. But, I was working class, lower middle class, or upper poor when I grew up. So getting those gifts were absolutely big for us. So come on out to Jingle Mingle, December 1st to Thursday. Go to our webpage, mrtxre.com. Go to the event page. Sign up for Jingle Mingle. I think we got 150 people we're expecting. We'd love to see you here and have some fun. Hang tight, guys. We'll be back. What? Uh-huh. Hold on a second. All right. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Robert with the world-renowned Mr. Texas Real Estate, and this is the Texas Real Estate Mastermind Hour. So, big holiday fan, all about nostalgia. You can pull my heartstrings, make me a big pile of mush, and with the right things. So, I'm a big Rankin and Bass fan. In case you don't know who that is, those are the guys that do the stop motion Christmas stuff, the Rudolph and Rudolph Special New Year's. What else was there? Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Heat Miser, Cold Miser. My absolute favorite is Little Drummer Boy. And boy, oh boy, when I was a little kid, I watched that. That would just make me cry. I was so emotional on that. Even today, like I hear that song, I'm like, oh, I stop. And, there was Frosty when we were little. There were great movies. I'm just wondering, for this segment, I'm really curious. 281-401-9008. 281-401-9008. What was your favorite holiday special? Was it the Peanuts Christmas special with Snoopy and the Charlie Brown Christmas tree? That's a classic. Starts off with Snoopy ice skating on the ice, right? Anyway, I'm just wondering what was your favorite, because I love them all, right? Then they disappeared for a while. Then I forgot about them, and then I think ABC had a special channel that you could. They would just like the 25 Days of Christmas, right? And ABC would run like just nonstop Christmas stuff, and somehow Jim Carrey got in there with The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. But the original Grinch, that was really, really good. I think that was Boris Karloff, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, the Grinch. What is your favorite one? What was your favorite as a kid? Text me at 281-401-9008. What was your favorite holiday special when you were a kid? Darryl, you remember yours? No? For me, Little Drummer Boy, that would just blow my socks away. Because I was poor when I grew up, right? So I was like, I'm a poor boy too. I'm like, yeah, I'm poor too. I know I'm poor. So I connected with the Little Drummer Boy. That was the one that absolutely, even when it's on now or I hear the song, and it's been done many times. I think David Bowie did a version of it. Joan Jett did a version of it. I'm sure Michael Bublé, whoever that is, did a version of it. He does all Christmas songs. I don't know who the guy is, but there's a whole YouTube channel for his Christmas stuff. So clearly he probably did that song. What was that favorite Christmas special for you? I love Peanuts. That's always funny. The Christmas tree. I loved Heat Miser. I think that one is my wife's favorite. She loves the Heat Miser song. Again, and I think when you grew up with only 9 channels, because when I grew up there was 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, which was PBS, and then somewhere around 50. So I had 8 channels growing up. So when there was some special on for kids at 8 o'clock after the Wheel of Fortune, or if you grew up in the Northeast, after they pulled the lotto, right? Tonight's numbers are. Anyway, like 8 o'clock at night, that was like super special for us. Super special. Now it's on demand. It's everywhere. You can find a hack for it. You can find it in any language. But I think it was a little more special back then, and it was great. I loved it. And then I loved at some point in my life, like Christmas became Star Wars Day. TBS would run Star Wars. They'd run the Christmas Story on TNT. And, it was TNT and TBS runs the Christmas Story, and then USAA runs Star Wars. Just a huge marathon. So those are all good. I don't know what you guys watch down here in Houston, but when I was a kid, right around the holidays, the day after Thanksgiving was the Godzilla King Kong marathon. So I would watch that as a kid, the old black and white one, the 1933 version, all the way up to Kong versus Mega Godzilla. You guys are Godzilla fans, but these are all stuff from our past. Again, this is the holiday season. This is the times we remember when life was just a little bit easier, a little bit less complicated. We look back fondly, even though our parents were being driven crazy. So what was that favorite thing that came on TV only around the holidays? Was it a Christmas special? Was it a Star Wars marathon? Was it Godzilla? What was it? What was that one show? I want to know. Text me at 281-401-9008, or if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or any of the platforms we're on, go ahead and respond below. Tell me, what was the favorite Christmas special? So I'm looking for 2 bits of input from you guys. What was your best Christmas gift as a kid? And then what was your favorite Christmas special that came on only around the holidays? Absolutely. Was it the parade on Thanksgiving morning? That was a big fan. We were always doing that. I'll tell you a little side story here. Later on, the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving is when you're in your 20s, is a big drinking night, right? People come home from college, you go out, and you have a lot of fun. There's all these parties. When I was in, my early 20s and my mid 20s, we used to go into New York City, and we would hang out with a bunch of friends, and we knew this guy who owned a bunch of Irish pubs up on the upper west side, and we'd go out there, and then if you go over to Museum Row, they have to put the inflatables up early. So around 1 o'clock at night, they start inflating the inflatables, the big floats, and that became a tradition of ours. We would go there 3 or 4 times in a row, maybe over a 5-year period, and then one year was really cold and we didn't go. I just did. But again, I'm just kind of wondering what are some of the favorite traditions you do? What's that best gift you got? And what favorite TV show, special, movie, marathon comes around on Christmas for you guys that you are just got to stop and can't live without? You can absolutely see it. If you're like me, like a total holiday junkie, that's me. And we want you to come out. We want you to come out on December 1st, Thursday, I don't know, around 6:30. Just show up. And we're going to have our Jingle Mingle. And it's just a pure networking holiday party, right? There's no education going on. Jason's not whipping out the laptop talking about crypto and this and that. It's just straight up, hey, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. Have an excellent end of the year. And if you make some friends and get some connections and get ready for 2023. So go to our website, mrtxre.com. Go to the Jingle Mingle on the event page. Hit it. I think it's $5 or $10. This year we added a blackmouth cur. His name is Dakota. And he was a really cute puppy. And now he's a pretty... Would you consider the dog big, Daryl? It's big. He's got a big head, right? So he's a big dog, and man, he bonks me in the head all the time. It hurts. But one of the things that were really important for us is that I know that when I'm not home and I'm working late or I'm in Corpus, that there is a massive beast that will step in front of my wife and protect her. And I am blessed that I work with a pet foster agency down in Fort Bend County, and we're going to use those guys as the beneficiary of the Jingle Mingle. So come on out to the Jingle Mingle Thursday, December 1st. I don't know, 6:30, 7 o'clock. We'll be here. And we'll do a little raffle around 8:30. This will be fun. We've got socks, ties, and TV. And there'll be plenty of food and desserts and spirits and beverages. It'll be all good. We'd love to see you there. That's the Jingle Mingle, Thursday, December 1st. And it's going to be at 6:30. So December 1st, Jingle Mingle. Check it out. Thanks, guys.